this year by Kia, the official automotive partner of the NBA. But before we announce the winners of this year's awards, let's give you a chance to be a winner yourself with some
A spectacular sight as we approach our broadcast location in downtown Orlando through the air. Welcome and happy holidays from DA.
Kevin, thanks.
David, he is showing that maturity. Thanks for that report. Now a look at Philadelphia's starting lineup. They've got Simmons, Green out there with Andre Drummond. Then it's Joel Embiid, and it's Curry in at the shooting guard. And for the Magic, Isaac out there with Wood, and there's Fultz. Then it's Porter, and it's Johnson in at the 3. Now here's Johnson. Now Fultz, and too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Shaq, you stay very involved with the game, hang out with a lot of the players, talk with coaches, you go to many games. Name some personalities that you enjoy the most, guys you like hanging around with.
Well, I hang around with everybody, but a few guys shape my mentality. The gentleman next to you, he doesn't know this, but I knew that when he was in college, he already had his T-shirt business, a real estate license, so I really learned the business from him.
And guys, that's not as easy as he made it look. You've got to have some skills to pull that off.
Well, he's got plenty of those, that's for sure. And Simmons has got the ball here for the 76ers. To the middle, here's Drummond. Isaac with some nice D. To the inside, and finished off by Porter.
Gives the team such a great element, having a one guard who can get to the 10.
Certainly something every team wants to have.
Well, you love it. Fearless, aggressive, leaving no doubt whatsoever.
Isaac against Drummond. Shot clock at 6. Philadelphia needs to get a shot off, and Simmons slams it in.
And this is how Simmons puts up points. He challenges you close at the rim more often than not, having the physical advantage. Yeah, the defender all over him. And Shaq, we've talked about free throw shooting. For some guys, it's always going to be an issue. What have the new intentional fouling rules done to make the game better?
I think it cuts down on the endless fouling. I think the new rules also make the game go faster. You know, this game is meant to be entertaining and go fast. You don't want to spend 4 or 5 minutes, which turn into 30 minutes by just fouling a guy who can't shoot free throws. That never happened to me because Shakovich was 97% at the line. So that rule wouldn't work for me anyway.
Well, it does give it a better pace, you're right. Outside for Simmons. Curry against Fultz. Tries again, and there's the nice layup by Drummond.
Pursues the offensive glass with purpose. Drummond knows who he is, and boy, does he attack it.
Wood passes to Fultz. On the wing, Isaac. Inside, here's Porter. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Racking up the points down low, well, that's exactly what these guys have done this season. Check out the top-scoring big men in the NBA. Third is Joel Embiid.
That's as scary a collection of big men as you want to see. I mean, game planning for any of them is a challenge because you know how much defensive attention you're going to have to devote to them.
You know, and even with entire defenses schemed around stopping them, their scoring output always remains high. These fellas are anchors in the post for each of their teams.
Curry dishes to Drummond. Green, the pass to Embiid. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And we know how good Embiid is at drawing fouls, especially in the painted area. He welcomes the contact.
So much love for the perimeter offense these days, but Shaq, for your money, who are some of the best back-to-the-basket players that are in the NBA right now?
The list is short, but it's still a very impressive list. Joel Embiid, LaMarcus Aldridge, Anthony the Brown Davis.
Can't argue with any of those.
No, not at all.
Outside for Simmons. Fultz against Curry. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. For the 76ers, their last game, a win against Cleveland. Down low, Porter, and finished off by Porter.
Some power coming from the PG.
That's right, GA. Seeing more and more of that these days. Backcourt guys who can elevate.
We know versatility is huge in this game. Just a tremendous job finishing that play. Wow.
And it's Green missing. And here's Isaac. He'll bring it up for the Magic. They defeated Indiana in their last game.
Yeah, and defensively, boy, did they trust one another. Communicated well and just made it very difficult to get good looks in that one.
You knew they were on a string all night on the defensive end, and it always helps when someone got caught out of position, help was on the way.
So a new group on the floor for Orlando. Then for the 76ers, Mark Maz, he's checked in for Green. Shake Milton comes in for Seth Curry. And Maxey subbed in for Simmons. Here's Drummond. Sinks that one from the post. Drummond's got his second bucket of the night. Shaq, you played on some great teams with a lot of other great players. Who stands out as maybe the best of the best you played with?
Well, I like to isolate these guys, but I just say I was lucky enough to have a three amigo set. Penny Hardaway, Kobe Bryant, and D. Wade. And then, towards the end of my career, I got to play with LeBron James and Paul Pierce and Ray Allen, but I was a little too old then.
I tell you, big fella, a lot of people forget just how special Penny Hardaway was because of the injury.
He was special.
And he comes up with the deuce.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
To the paint, here's Forbes. Goes to the reverse layup and pops it in.
And he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that. Reverse look easy.
Milton with it. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Maxey, no good. Orlando leading. 58 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Back to Forbes. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Pass to Drummond. And it's Drummond with the jam.
Aggressive defense. The battle with Drummond inside is a collision waiting to happen.
Here's Holmes and Embiid with the block. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. And there is a whistle that goes on Bryn Forbes. That's his first foul. The Magic making a switch here. Ross is checked in. ABC's checked in for the 76ers. Matisse Thybulle comes in for Shake Milton. Orlando, they've gone 7 of 9 from the field. A really nice start offensively for them. Craig passes to O'Neal. Now, here's Holmes. Beasley outside. 4 seconds left. Can't capitalize inside. And we'll be right back after this. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And when you consider how the Magic are doing, what do you think?
Just a terrific first quarter, sparked really by their unselfishness.
I'll tell you, that willingness to make the extra pass, that is what creates good looks. It also forces the defense to scramble.
We've got Rashawn Holmes. Beasley is out there with Terrence Ross. Then it's O'Neal. And it's Craig in at small forward. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Magic. Ross kicks to Beasley. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And we see just about every player in the league trying to shoot the three. Shaq, now if you were playing today, be honest, Would you find yourself launching a few?
Yes, and you know what my nickname would be? What? Shakovich. So I did shoot 22 in my career. I made one. That's not a good percentage, but it's good enough because I made one. Probably the one that counted.
Yep.
But really, why shoot threes if no one can stop you on the inside?
He's right.
I think
He's right.
You
Why
know,
would you?
that's logical.
Yeah, of course.
Rational.
You get fouled, you go to the line, get three-point play. Simmons passes to Thibault. Down low, it's tipped. Stolen by O'Neal. And now Orlando on the break. And it's blocked by Simmons.
How about the balance and body control? Simmons able to send that one packing. You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
The finish in transition, nice and easy.
Here's Beasley, and stolen by Simmons. And the pass to Maxey. And it's Thibault in the corner. From outside, off the mark. The Magic trailed by 3. Shaq, when you look back at your career, was there a specific piece of advice you got from another player that really resonated with you?
Michael Jordan told me, before you succeed, you must first learn to fail. Because early on in my career, we were just getting swept. You know, Kevin, you called a lot of games where it was 4 and out.
What did Jordan tell you that on the floor in the locker room after a game? Like, what was the circumstance?
After they swept us.
After they swept
Game
you.
6.
On the
Game
floor?
4, sorry.
On the floor?
On the floor, yes. He grabbed me on my shoulder and said, before you succeed, you must first learn to fail. And I was like, what does that mean? Until the big Aristotle went home and analyzed it with the magnifying glass. Oh.
That's what that means.
Before you succeeded, you must first learn it to defend.
Well, this has to contribute to Markelle Fultz's confidence, showing right there he can get through the defense.
Here's the lob to the hoop.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Embiid. Kevin Porter's checked in for Ross. Then for the 76ers, Green comes in for Matisse Thybulle. And it's Shake Milton in for ABC.
Well, tremendous understanding from the young Jonathan Isaac. How about that awareness for the young guy?
Simmons finds Curry. Here's Embiid. Orlando grabs the miss. And this is the first season matchup for them against this 76ers team.
And they were able to take the season series in that matchup last year. But overall, two teams that were very similar in the standings.
And Shaq, everyone knows you produced immediately when you came in the NBA, winning Rookie of the Year. So did you ever have a welcome to the NBA moment that you recall?
Actually, but it wasn't in the NBA. The year before, we played against the greatest college team ever assembled, UNLV Rebels. Greg Anthony, Larry Johnson, Stacey Augmon.
What a team.
We weren't supposed to win that game, but we won that game. And you know it's all about confidence. Listen, everybody can play, but the guys that have more confidence are the guys that are going to go out there and do it. We won that game.
I had forgotten how great names on that UNLV team.
So I was saying to myself, look, if we can beat Larry Johnson, those guys, I can play with anybody in the NBA. So when I came in the NBA, I was just
Confident?
Yeah, I was just really confident. But to answer your question, David Robinson and Patrick Ewing taught me that I wasn't really that good yet.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Went to work on me.
I tell you what, though, boy, it was hard to play at LSU. It's hard to win 5 against 8.
There you go. Back to you, Ernie.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Milton kicks to Drummond. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And he's just one of those players that's just physically gifted. Drummond can bully defenders when he's looking to score.
For the Magic, Torrey Craig comes in for Johnson. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Markelle Fultz. And so it's Porter bringing it up now for the Magic. Trailing by 4. They host the Spurs after this one. And they've been enjoying this long homestand. That will be game 4 of 5 in a row at home. And Simmons slams it in.
And how about the connection Simmons has with his guys? Once the lob is on its way, you know he's going to finish in style.
And that one's good by Porter.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
Well, the best players to me deliver night after night after night. So as long as he's hot, keep riding it.
Always adding some levity to the mix. Shaquille O'Neal, thank you for stopping by. That headset is available for you whenever you want.
Kevin, I just want to say thank you very much. It's been great. Greg, you know I love you.
I love you too. I'm the big Aristotle.
I'm at a loss for words. I hate that.
No, that's okay, Shaq.
No, I just hate that.
Right.
I hate that I have to leave right now.
Give me a tissue. Give me a tissue.
It's
okay, big fella. It's
I don't
okay.
want to go back upstairs with Ernie and Kenny.
Oh,
Not
well,
yet.
yeah,
I want to stay here with you guys.
Give me a tissue.
Thanks.
And Doris, always great to have Shaq with us, isn't it? You have to love his willingness to come at things from different angles.
I mean, consider the capstone topic for Shaq's doctoral degree was the duality of humor and aggression in leadership styles. That is not a well-worn path. He is unafraid to pioneer, and we hear that in Shaq's commentary.
Back to Forbes. Fires from deep. That one, no good. And it's Philadelphia the other way. Here's Korkmaz. And that's out of bounds. Philadelphia will retain possession. Magic on defense. It's a 10-point game. Drummond passes to Simmons. 6 to shoot. Drummond trying to get himself free. Goes back up. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Drummond's got 6 points in the quarter.
You can tell how comfortable Drummond is down there. Excels at using that size in close to the basket.
One second left. And no good that time. And so it's the Philadelphia. All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, Bat. And making his triumphant return to our set, the one-man broadcasting phenom. And that wraps up the...
With the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. Greg, you were a physical, defensive-minded player. What are your thoughts on how closely the game is called now, as opposed to when you played?
It is, Kevin, and yeah, some people like the physicality of the era I played in, but you know, I like the beauty of the game with the spacing and the freedom of movement, and I think that's one reason why you see so much switching. It's hard to fight through screens without fouling, and ball handlers have become experts at drawing contact, even if it's, you know, incidental. And I think that's just an area where the game has changed so much that that ability to play in space is so vital.
Heading underway in the second half, here's the 5 for Doc Rivers. Joel Embiid out there with Andre Drummond. Then it's Green, and there's Seth Curry. And it's Simmons in at the point. Philadelphia leading by 12. Simmons feeling it out a bit. Outside, Green. Passes it to Curry. But they recover it. Embiid, no good. And for the Magic, they're shooting about 59% from the floor offensively. They've been running without a hitch. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
He's had 4 chances at the line, made them all. Free throw good, Porter. And he can't hit the second. 76ers have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Bobbed up there for Drummond. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
And when he gets himself into the right position, Drummond so powerful in terms of finishing at the rim. The only way to prevent that alley-oop is to keep him from getting to the launching pad in the first place.
Teardrop shot, and Simmons with the nice bucket inside. Simmons got 4 this quarter.
Well, the touch and the focus. What a pretty move in the lane.
Drummond working against Fultz. Isaac left side. Clock at 6. Fultz with the ball. Now defended by Embiid. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That one on Embiid. The Magic have been getting it done at the line, 10 for 12.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
And he knocks down the first one.
Now think back to the 2017 draft, guys. Some were surprised to see Markelle Fultz be the first pick. And when you think back on that draft, there's certainly a lot of what-ifs.
Beasley's checked in for Kevin Porter. Maxey's checked in for Philadelphia. And good that time. Simmons got 18 points.
And he can be devastating with that little hook shot of his. And what a factor Ben Simmons is on the floor. He does so much for this team in every facet of the game. He's a triple-double threat whenever he suits up.
Here's Simmons. And misses it off the right side of the rim. Outside for Curry. Pass to Maxey. Tries a three. And it's Orlando with the rebound. And sometimes people forget just how young Ben Simmons is, Greg. This is just the beginning for him.
I mean, and that's what fans are missing about Simmons, his age. I mean, you can worry about his shot, but he has a long time to figure it out. He could end up having a Jason Kidd type of career where he becomes a solid shooter later on.
Here's what Orlando's going with right now. Rashawn Holmes comes in for Christian Wood. And Royce O'Neal subbed in for Jonathan Isaac.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
Inside, Beasley. And it's Beasley finishing it off.
Well, Markelle Fultz continues to develop his floor awareness. Passes like that will create all kinds of chemistry.
And so Simmons will bring it up for the 76ers. Pass to Thibault. Up top, Embiid. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. The 76ers shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
Really an underrated part of Embiid's game. Excellent as a foul shooter for a 7-footer, so you just can't hack away at it.
Here's what Orlando's going with right now. Terrence Ross is checked in for Johnson. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Fultz. Korkmaz checked in for the 76ers. Shake Milton comes in for Green. Third quarter action in just under 3.5 minutes have gone. The 76ers leading by 14. And here's Maxey. And they get some nice contributions from him on a nightly basis as he averages over 11 points a game.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Boy, that's all by design now. Get the shot as soon as possible on that inbound pass.
Here's Milton. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Here's the three. Beasley with the rebound.
I'll tell you, it has not been this guy's best night, but the teammates have been there to pick up the slack. Love it.
Philadelphia's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Here's Maxey. The three-pointer, no good. The Magic trail by 14. And up the court come the Magic on the break. It's blocked. The pass to Thibault. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. The 76ers shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here. Torrey Craig, he's checked in for Orlando. And Philadelphia also making a switch. ABC's checked in for Maxey. So he gets them both.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
And clearly Steve Clifford wants to talk it over.
Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach can't be happy about that.
Well, poor rotations, poor communication. There's a lot to figure out right now.
And the 76ers making a change here. Drummond's checked in. Craig kicks to O'Neal. Now here's Beasley. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. Here's Ross, and the layup's good off the glass.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Philadelphia leading by 14. Pass to Embiid. Lays it up and banks it in. Embiid's got 4 this quarter.
And hit on the way up. Embiid's strong physically, but also mentally able to keep his focus.
Out of bounds as Orlando keeps possession. And now a chance to see what's coming up for the Philadelphia 76ers. On Tuesday, they're off to Oklahoma City to face off with the Thunder. Then on Thursday, they'll take on Kevin Love and the Cleveland Cavaliers.
And you know, for that matchup with New York, that's going to be one where it would take a lot of errors and maybe a cold shooting night for things to go wrong. They just have that much of an advantage over that team.
The 76ers have gone 7 of 13 in the third quarter so far, just above 50%. Count the basket. Korkmaz has got 5. The Magic trail by 16. Beasley, the pass to O'Neal. Back to Beasley. Orlando moving the ball around. And stolen by Drummond. Here's Korkmaz. He has 5. With 4 seconds on the clock, the shot no good. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. 76ers lead. And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. All right, now a chance to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. Fourth quarter action, all fueled up and ready to go. On the court for Orlando, they've got Terrence Ross. Jonathan Isaac is out there with Johnson. Then it's Porter, and it's Wood in at the 5, roaming the paint. Pass to Ross. I know you grew up with aspirations of someday getting into politics. Any current players who you could see maybe taking that same route?
No doubt. There's several guys in today's game. You know, Harrison Barnes has the polish, and I know he's had some thoughts that maybe going in that direction. Teammates nicknamed Malcolm Brogdon the president for his stately demeanor and commitment to effecting change. I absolutely see him trying to have an impact socially moving forward. There's several guys, again, who not only have the voice, but the courage to speak out about things that matter most to them.
Many sharp guys in the NBA. On the wing, Porter. No good from outside.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Here's ABC. Softly drops in the floater. And the 76ers lead by 16. Here's Wood. And finished off by Wood.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. I don't mean style points. Pass to ABC. Timeout called the 76ers. Danny Green, he's checked in for Philadelphia. Maxey comes in for Shake Milton. He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, during the last break, I heard Doc Rivers talking with his team. His key message was, don't get comfortable. Those guys are going to come at us with everything they've got. Let's bring the intensity and stay focused on every possession. Kevin, back to you.
Selected 9th overall in the 2012 draft, Drummond's carved out a nice NBA career for himself.
The 76ers leading by 15 outside Curry. pass to Drummond. And here's Maxey. They get it back. And that one's good. Drummond.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
Time called here. The Magic decide to talk it over.
And at last season's trade deadline, Andre Drummond traded away basically for a second-round pick. A shockingly low return for a guy who was once considered a franchise player.
Fultz, the pass to Porter. Back to Fultz. Shoots over Curry. But they'll get another chance. Another shot. And he sinks the layup. Wood's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And he's been passive today, but maybe that's what he needs to get him going, because for them to be successful, he's got to be a little more selfish.
Green finds Drummond. Here's Maxey. Back to Drummond. Simmons left side. Pocket 4. Curry with a wide open look. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And Greg, why is it that the Pistons got so little in exchange for Drummond?
Well, I think he was an impending free agent. I think Detroit looking to rebuild. Also, it says something about the center position in today's game.
Count that one from Isaac.
Well, with that length, you want to see Jonathan Isaac attack the offensive glass. Put that 7'1" wingspan to work.
Here's Simmons. Count it. Good. Simmons got 20.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Well, when it's closing time, he's trying to lock the door. He's been going all night.
Stripped it away. And there's the call on Kevin Porter. That is his first foul of the game. Embiid, he's checked in for Ben Simmons. Now, here's Maxey. He's guarded closely. And there's the call on Kevin Porter. That's foul number 2 for him. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Johnson.
That almost looked like bad communication. You hate to see that kind of mistake.
And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. Curry against Fultz. 6 on the shot clock. Ring shot on the way, and it's good off the back rim and in. And the 76ers lead by 17. And Porter, here we go. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. You know, Doris, teams are using analytics more than ever before. We know that. For example, blocks are certainly a key number. But some defenders, as you know, are so good, teams don't even go at them because of those analytical numbers.
Kevin, we refer to that as shot suppression, and you have to look no further than the last 2 winners of the Defensive Player of the Year award, Giannis Antetokounmpo and Rudy Gobert. When those 2 guys are in the middle of the paint, a ball handler or would-be shot taker may reverse course and reset the offense. That's how much those guys impact the game on the defensive end.
Here's Porter. Can't hit that one. Simmons with the defensive effort. Outside Curry. He's looking for Drummond and finds him.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the 76ers.
They never settled for mediocre shots.
And Kevin, they had great penetration this time out.
And with this effort tonight, grabbing their 8th win of the year.
And once it becomes official, this win gives them a nice confidence boost against this team. They'll face them twice more this season.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Ben Simmons.
This guy has been shot-making all night long. He commands the rock and takes over.
Drummond is doubled. Korkmaz passes to Drummond. Here's Simmons. Banked in off the glass. Simmons got 12 points here in the second half.
He's an absolute gym rat. Simmons is relentless in his pursuit to dominate really all phases of the game and improving with his scoring. Yeah, it doesn't get any better than that on the inbounds play. Exactly the way they drew it up.
Philadelphia leading by 17. Thibault kicks to Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
And once they smelled blood in the water, you could see the killer instinct take over.
And you want to save your best for last. Tonight, they've done that and then some.
The shot's good from Forbes.
And really just unselfish basketball on the interior. That's the kind of pass a coach loves to see.
Thibault on the wing, covered by Heel. Here's Simmons. The shot from the low post is good.
But the truth is they've had control of this game.
And I couldn't agree more. What makes it that much more impressive, they're doing it on the road.
And he lays it straight in.
You can appreciate the fight now, but it isn't how they came into the game.
No doubt. It felt like they were a little tight for much of the evening. Now they're in a better flow, but it may be too little too late.
Now Thibault. And there is a whistle. That goes on Bryn Forbes. That'll be his second foul of the game. Thibault with the ball. So it's the 76ers winning this one easily. This crowd was stunned by the
seasons come and go like thoughts of you. Like a wave returns to the sea, into the blue. They change but in a cycle that I can't lose. Each painful but delightful to live through. You came into my life just like a season, not for long, just a time, just like the night season. Maybe this time next year you'll reappear for no reason, but I'll cherish every day. My way season. like an never fading whisper in the breeze. Oh, we will keep on changing all over again. Yeah, we will keep on changing, just like another season. Don't want another day without you by my side. Oh, this season. You came into my life just like another season. Not for long.
Me and Josip met in high school in 2004.
Me and Hugo, we met like 9 years ago at the party that I organized.
And it was the first one of the series ever. And me and Josip met, like, I think, like backstage or somewhere. Josip came up to me and was like, yeah, it was the best set ever.
And yeah, it was love at first sight.
So the song On and On itself started out as we were in the studio and we had absolutely no idea what to make.
We made like a loop out of Olafur Arnalds' song, and then we just used little tiny bits of it.
And then we laid a beat on it, and it just kind of had this positive, ongoing and uplifting vibe. So I remember this one story when we had the first super rough demo, and Ago told us that he's gonna try Daniel with the vocals on the track. And they were in the studio, and Ago was texting that, oh my God, it's gonna be fantastic. We're creating magic here. And we're like, all right, maybe some videos or stuff. And then he sends over a video like where Daniel is doing something. Well, that's sick, man.
Yeah. I had known Ago before, not known him personally, but heard of him. Like, he's this really great producer. So I was happy to meet up, and I wanted him to hear all my songs that I'd written, and I was kind of like fanboying a little bit. He had this lyrics that On Will Go or something like that he had already written. And so we kind of like just grabbed onto that and started like reworking the lyrics and the melodies a little bit. And I remember really well this one moment when we looked at each other and we like knew that, holy crap, like this is a really good line.
Daniel is not just a vocalist. We wrote the lyrics and the melodies with it. And then after that, we made a beat.
And then we kind of like remixed our own song. We made a beat for it from scratch.
I was surprised when, like a week later, the guys had worked on the track and like just completely changed it from what we had heard before, what we had worked on, and everything just kind of like came together, and we were like, this is gonna work, yeah.
We released a track called Made Me Feel. We uploaded it on our Facebook page, and then I was kind of like scrolling who was liking the video, and boom, I saw Billy Woodford, NCS founder. So basically we had a couple of tracks done by that time, and we sent them over to Billy, and one of those tracks was On and On.
From a country like Estonia to have so much talent in such a small population of people, it's insane. It's, you know, it's wicked.
We got some success, and we started touring in Estonia and abroad.
We were suddenly booked all over Europe. I remember we were playing in Amsterdam, London, Montenegro, Czech Republic, Latvia, Lithuania, Finland, yeah, a lot of places. The On and On track had like, I don't know, 5 million views or something like that. And then suddenly, all of my friends were like having a vacation abroad. They started sending videos like at random places in Bali or in Australia. The song was everywhere in the world. And then the numbers just started growing, which was mental.
When it hit 100 million views, then it was like, we were just like, dude, would you have ever guessed to have made something that could have gotten like 100 million views? So that was pretty mind-blowing, yeah.
On and On's been viewed over 320 million times on NCS's YouTube, and it's been used in around 4.8 million videos, and which means that in whatever format, in whatever video format, the song has been used or heard or seen over like 7.2 billion times, which is almost the entire population of the world, which is pretty nuts.
In my shadows, see the sun rays.
I could have never imagined like anything like this happening to the track. I mean, just the amount of encouragement, the amount of feedback we've gotten to this track, just what it means to people, you know, like hearing people's stories of how they connected with this song, what it means to them, that they've literally listening to it like every single day.
Shout out to Cartoon for producing one of the best songs on NCS, and Daniel Levi for being a phenomenal vocalist.
Thank you, Cartoon and Daniel Levi, for making such an incredible song. Keep it up. I want to hear more. You guys are awesome.
This track really motivates me and helps me to push my limits.
Honestly, it's such an incredible song.
The song is amazing.
On and On is one of my favorite tracks ever.
Really brings out kind of more inspiration for me. Whenever I run out of inspiration, I go back to that song.
We were sitting in the studio and randomly listening to the track, and Hugo was like, maybe we should make a Spanish version of it. And then we just watched each other and we're like, whoa, it's a great idea.
All of like South America and these Spanish-speaking countries, they are like super tuned in. They're super excited about the track. They comment under the videos and everything. And
for us, it's a way of just kind of giving back to that part of our community. Just to say, look, you connected with this song in the English way, now connect with it in your mother tongue.
we worked with some cool people who helped me work on the pronunciation and would send me like some clips. Hey, nope, you need to pronounce that word a little bit better. You need to do this like more like the sound like over here. So I got a lot of like guidance in that sense, but it wasn't super easy.
I don't know if we get back together, but
you never know.
You never know.
Yeah.
Thank you, Cartoon. Daniel.
Production from you guys, Cartoon, and the vocals from Daniel. Keep doing what you're doing.
Thanks for the pretty amazing songs. So, keep doing what you're doing.
Thanks everybody for all of your views and your support. We appreciate it. Love you guys.
Thank you. Love you. Bye.
Big love.
Tschüss, auf Wiedersehen. Bye.
Bye.
you say a word, cause I've heard it all. You were just pain when you felt it all. Oh. Something tells me that I won't miss it. It's the first time that we can't fix it. It's irreversible damage done. The thrill is gone. Ooh, baby, there ain't no one like you. You chose to keep the truth inside. Ooh, baby, gave my all to you. All you did was tell me lies. Something tells me that I won't miss it. It's the first time that we can't fix it. It's irreversible damage done. The thrill is gone. Once you leave, it's over. No turning back, not today. Don't you come running back now. I'm not a home for the shame. Something tells me that I won't miss it. It's the first time that we can't fix it. It's irreversible damage done. The thrill is gone. Ooh, baby, there ain't no one like you. You chose to keep the truth inside. Ooh, baby, gave my all to you. All you did was tell me lies. Something tells me that I won't miss it. It's the first time that we can't fix it. It's irreversible damage done. The thrill is gone. This is love, no. It's irreversible damage done. The thrill is gone. Thrill is gone.
Eyes in the sky, gazing far into the night. I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through for you, 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 for you. the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. Baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through for you?
Lights stay flicker and the candles glitter like you're in a thriller. Heart goes pum pum pum. Ghostly figures they can get so bitter. Show you want to enter, you can turn back. You don't know where I've been. What's going on inside? Where the monsters like to come alive, come alive. Do you really wanna know me? I'm really not that cozy. It's up to you, so you decide, you decide. Would you love me up my words till the coffin's in the dirt? Try to break me like a curse, you know that will never work. I'm a little bit absurd. I like dancing on the verge. Anyone can love a pretty little mansion, but could you love a haunted, haunted house? Or could you love me now? A haunted, haunted. I'm a haunted house. A haunted, haunted house. If you're just let it out. A haunted, haunted. I'm a haunted house. In a warning scribbled on my wall saying that you better turn around. Be the first to try to burn me down. You're cool, you would you love me up my words till the coffin's in the dirt? Try to break me like a curse, you know that will never work. I'm a little bit absurd. I like dancing on the verge. Anyone can love a pretty little mansion, but could you love a haunted, haunted house? Or could you love me now? A haunted, haunted. I'm a haunted house. A haunted, haunted house. Just let it out. A haunted, haunted. I'm a haunted house. Could you love a haunted, haunted house? Or could you love me now? A haunted, haunted. I'm a haunted house. A haunted, haunted house. If you're just looking out. A haunted, haunted. I'm a haunted house. The words till the coffin's in the third. Anyone can love a pretty little mansion.
I see the sparks you throw my way. I know your name is written on everyone's mind. Your whole show is
take it slow. Who cares where we gotta be? You know you'll have a good time wherever you're with me. Let's take it. You ask me how we got here, 'cause you don't know how. You say we're taking on water, yeah, we're sinking. We're looking all concerned, like we're gonna drown. But we both know how to swim, no worries as we'll fall now. Let's take it slow. Where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it slow. Who cares where we gotta be? You know you'll have a good time wherever you're with me. Let's take it. I know I'm not easy. I drag you out your mind. And there are days I hate you, but baby, you're still mine. And we have the best times, no matter what we do. And even when we don't, there's nobody I'd rather choose. Let's take it slow. Where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it. Let's take it slow. Who cares where we gotta be? You know you'll have a good time wherever you're with me. Let's take it slow. Where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it slow. Who cares where we gotta be? You know you'll have a good time wherever you're with me.
feel paralyzed.